You won't believe what these phones caught when nobody thought to look twice. 8 clips, all uploaded by real people. TikTok, security cams, late-night staff phones. Each one starting out ordinary and ending with something that made everyone watching catch their breath. These are not dramatizations. These are alleged encounters, unexplained moments pulled straight from the feeds and camera files of people who were living normal nights until the cameras told a different story. If you love real hauntings, hit subscribe. Stay with me through all 8. The first clip comes from East London. A woman uploaded footage of her mother and aunt cleaning an old, shuttered mental hospital, a building locals say was closed decades ago. On camera, they sweep corridors, empty rooms lit by a single work lamp. Their voices are quiet, the sound grainy, the timestamps flickering in the corner. What makes the upload chilling shows up only when the files are played back later. Layered on top of the cleaning noise, a sound appears, sharp, human, and raw, a scream that none of the women remember hearing while they were inside. It isn't a distant echo. The scream cuts in clean, as if recorded on a separate track. The uploader posts screenshots of the building's history and notes the corridors were strictly off-limits to the public. Viewers pull up old records and comment on the asylum's rough past. Some suggest it's a playback artifact or a prank layered in afterwards. Others point to the way the camera mic picks up frequencies our ears miss in real time, how a device can become a recorder of things we never noticed. The uploader insists the scream wasn't heard in person. On playback, the sound hangs in the still empty corridor like a memory someone forgot to bury. And just when you think the footage couldn't feel more haunted, the upload ends with a single frame, a shadow moving at the very edge of the lamp's glow. Could it be editing? Could it be a trick of sound compression? The debate explodes in the comments as the video cuts to the next clip.
The next night's clip shows multiple pinpricks of green clustered in the dark, patient and stationary. Neighbors chime in with local rules. Don't flash lights, don't leave anything with a smell outside, and whatever you do, don't look up into the trees at night. Some comments call it a wild animal's eyeshine caught at an odd angle. Others point to folklore. Certain Appalachian stories describe creatures that change shape to confuse hunters. The family's fear is palpable. You can see the logic in their protective routine. They put locks on doors, extra lights around the tub, and a camera trained on the tree line. On playback, the camera catches the creature's slow, deliberate withdrawal at dawn. No scuffle, no trace, just the absence of presence. And yet viewers agree, whatever it was, it had been watching for a long time. The scene flips to a small dessert shop named Swirls and Twirls in Massapequa. It's late, fluorescent lights hum. Nick, a night shift employee, sets up the display cases while the shop's commercial refrigerator breathes in the background. He posts a vertical clip from his phone tucked behind the counter. For the first minute, it's routine. Register rings, timer beeps, until a sudden series of knocks erupts against the backroom door. The camera catches a plate sliding off a prep table, then a stack of pastry boxes tumbling to the floor without an obvious cause. The lights in the pastry case flicker in time with a low, mechanical hum. Nick's voice, shaky but defiant in the recording, tells viewers he doesn't feed it energy and that opening the door only makes things worse. In the comments, people debate whether HVAC pressure or an air pocket could have caused the chaos. Others note the timing. The disturbances align with store opening and closing, times when a business's temporal rhythm shift and electronics misbehave. Nick posts follow-up clips showing the same knocks at 2:03 a.m. on a different night, and a slow camera pan reveals a sugar shaker rocking back and forth on its own. The footage is raw, the timestamps jump, the phone's grain magnifies the shadows, and Nick's breathing is audible when something clatters just behind him. The visceral fear, someone alone, machines dying, knocks that have no physical hand behind them, lands in the viewer's throat. As you watch, it's hard not to picture the emptiness behind the counter and the slow knowledge that something unseen was keeping time with his shift. And then, just when the viewer settles into a theory, the clip cuts to a whisper. Don't feed it, the uploader writes. Whatever was there seemed to thrive on attention. Next, a home video labeled simply as Chloe's clip goes viral. The shot is everyday domestic, a living room, a baby gate, toys scattered. Chloe records herself for a short moment, an offhand, casual upload, and in the background, the camera picks up an op sequence. A bottle perched on a low table tips slowly, as if nudged by a hand no one can see. Later footage, uploaded after the first clip circulates, shows a child's leg caught awkwardly in the edge of the frame, as if tugged and then released. Chloe, in follow-up comments, says she checked the room and found no drafts, no pets capable of that reach. Her baby was asleep in another room. Viewers try to dismantle the mystery, a moving vent, a prank, an optical trick triggered by the phone's slight tilt. Others point to the household dog's reaction captured on another angle. The animal freezes and stares into a corner where nothing visible appears. Chloe seems spooked. She posts a nighttime clip of her checking the baby monitor and whispering that something brushed past the nursery door. The strength of the footage is not a dramatic apparition, but these small impossibilities. An object moved without contact, an animal unnerved, a caregiver's rational searches that still leave a residue of unease. It's the kind of video that makes you replay the frame and realize the camera saw something your eyes didn't register. From domestic unease to retail panic, security footage from an Arkansas sneaker store shows a busy afternoon that spirals. The camera's angle covers rows of shelves and a bench where customers try on shoes. Mid-recording, a loud slam echoes as the front door throws itself shut. Shoes tumble from display racks, one pair sliding across the floor as if pushed. Staff and a customer in the footage jump back, startled. A supervisor rushes into frame and then steps back with the rest, as if feeling an invisible pressure. The store's owner later posts a clip showing staff members clearing out. The camera catches bodies moving quickly, hands grabbing purses, the sense of people trying to leave an environment that just turned wrong. Commenters weigh in. Could someone have been pranking late at night and left evidence? Maybe a malfunctioning shelving system or a loose rack, they say. But the sequence, door slam, then multiple items falling in different areas almost simultaneously, tips the balance towards something less easily explained. The graininess amplifies shadows in the rafters. The timestamp clicks while the air seems still. For everyone watching, the store video is terrifying because it records public space where you'd expect to feel safe, betrayed by events that have no clear cause. A different kind of unnerving footage arrives from a North Carolina truck driver dropping off at a brand new house. The recording starts with the driver's dashcam as he walks the house's perimeter. Fresh paint, stickers still on the windows, no furniture inside. He slips his phone into video mode and narrates offhand that the job's quick and the house is empty. Shortly after, upstairs, there are footsteps, measured, deliberate, walking across a hallway whose boards creak even in silence. The driver films every room and finds nothing. No HVAC technician, no neighbor, no hidden worker.
On playback, however, the faint pattern of footsteps continues, sometimes directly above the driver's head when he is standing in the kitchen. Viewers comment and introduce the idea of land-based phenomena, stories where a place retains the memory of past events and repeats certain behaviors regardless of its current occupants. Skeptics suggest the sound could be plumbing or settling drywall in fresh construction. Others point to the peculiarities of brand new homes, hollow voids in attics, expansion noises, workers who might have left the site. The driver, unnerved, leaves the property faster than usual and tags the company in his post, asking if anyone else experienced odd sounds at new builds. The footage lingers because it blurs a line. An empty, modern house becomes haunted territory in the space of a single, unexplained step. From the American South to the Philippines, a CCTV clip takes a quieter but no less chilling tone. A woman is reading one evening while her small dog dozes at her feet. The camera, fixed on a wall shelf, records a bottle slowly tipping as if a finger slit its base. Before that, the dog lifts its head and snaps toward empty air. The woman, on camera, says she felt a breath on the back of her neck and then spoke aloud, saying something about protection for her baby. In a follow-up caption, the uploader notes she had been reading an ancient text and felt a presence that she could not classify as wholly malign. The household's baby is mentioned in passing. There's an explicit tenderness in how the woman frames the event, not as proof of malice, but as a boundary she wants respected. Viewers in the thread offer cultural readings, guardians, ancestral spirits, or simply a poltergeist-type event. Others propose practical explanations, unseen vibrations from a passing vehicle, pets off camera. But the CCTV clip keeps returning to the sensory moment, the dog's alertness, the quick, intimate reaction of the woman to a breath she couldn't locate, and the bottle that falls without a current. The video's haunting quality is not loud, but bodily. It occupies space in the small domestic rituals of feeding a baby, reading late, caring for a pet, and suddenly those rituals feel fragile. Finally, before the climax, a young Appalachian streamer posts a clip recorded in low light when she was trying to record a cover song from inside the trees. She's known online for singing while walking through wooded paths and for her Minecraft streams. This night, she sets up a mic and sings softly. Mid-verse, the ambient noise brightens to an intense hush, an audio artifact where birds stop mid-course and a distant wind dies. The microphone picks up what sounds like whispered footsteps circling behind the camera, and somewhere low, a breath that doesn't belong to her. The clip cuts abruptly when her feed disconnects.
The uploader's following fills the comments with rules. Never sing alone in those woods after midnight. Never wear bright colors, and never call to the things you don't understand.
Some suggestions are practical: wildlife activity, poor cell reception, or a staged cut for content. But many viewers say the silence itself is the scary part. Key follow-up saying she felt watched afterward, and that the silence remains the thing she can't explain. Look for threads that knit these 8 clips together. Animals often react first: dogs, a farm hen, even the neighborhood cat that appears uneasy in multiple uploads. Machines and objects falter at the edges of human routines: lights that flicker at opening and closing, the hum of a refrigerator suddenly stuttering, a bottle teetering without a hand. Cameras frequently catch audio or visual information that the humans in the scene report not hearing or seeing in real time. We keep returning to the gap between perception and recorded evidence. Viewers and internet communities supply a lexicon for how to behave. Don't look up into the trees. Don't feed the attention. Don't turn the camera into a provocation. Theories multiply, some sensible, some rooted in regional folklore, but the footage resists tidy categorization. In a factory of ideas and comments, people test explanations: prank, vent, technical glitch, or something else. The videos themselves refuse to yield to one simple interpretation. The most unsettling pattern is how ordinary spaces become uncanny with almost nothing changing. An empty corridor, a backyard tree line, a dessert counter after midnight. These settings are familiar until a camera adds an extra register of sound or a pixel of motion where no person stands. The asylum recording forces us to listen to an echo of human pain that the cleaning crew denies hearing in the moment. The Appalachian hot tub shows a patient intelligence on the edge of a fence. The dessert shop records the practical horror of being alone at work when systems fail around you. Chloe's videos pivot on small domestic impossibilities that feel invasive. The Arkansas store footage reveals how crowds disperse when the public space becomes wrong. The new house recording suggests a place can feel inhabited even when it's unoccupied. The Philippine footage blends tenderness with the inexplicable. The wood singer's abrupt silence is a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying part is when the world stops responding in ways we expect. Each clip leaves one nagging image, something unseen that nonetheless affects the world around it. Before we go, 2 quick notes. First, be mindful. Do not try to recreate these scenarios alone or in places that could be unsafe. Many uploaders put themselves at risk by staying in strange spaces or going out late at night with cameras.
Second, none of these videos prove anything definitive. They are captured footage, eyewitness accounts, unexplained moments. Some could be mundane or hoaxed. Some may point to phenomena that lack conventional explanation. What they do share is the power to unsettle, the way recorded images and sounds make us question what we think we know about the night and the ordinary world. Which of these 8 clips convinced you the most? Drop your pick in the comments and tell us why. If you've got footage like this, send it to the email in the description. We'll review submissions for future compilations. And whatever you do, be careful with curiosity. Watching someone else's fear on a screen is one thing. Putting yourself into those same frames without backup is another. Keep your likes on, keep company, and keep asking questions.